Sunday again. It's always Sunday somewhere, that's not true. But it's Sunday when you see me here, because this is the day that I do this. And this is the day that I play the keyboard. And this is the only day that I have to learn. Because every other day, hello, everyfingle. Hello, and you will watch me in real time, not knowing what I'm doing, not knowing what I'm singing, going along with it again. But eventually it'll stick. It might stick. And hello, everyone else who is here. I can't see Jason. I can't see anything. People! Hello, people! I will look at you in a minute if I can see, but I can't see because my eyes are very bad. Have I got any? Oh, I got some reading glasses here, and then I'll put the reading glasses on and see who is here. Except they're all messy, and you can't see through them. And they're not prescription glasses. Philip, hello. Look like a librarian owl. So, what's happened this week? Let's see. Lots of things again. Every week is something new. Every week is something we really don't want it to be. But it is, it always is. It's very unfortunate that it carries on being this way. Maybe there'll be a break very soon. Who knows what will happen? But for the meantime, it keeps going wrong. Just like this song. If you can call it a song. That's a good ending. So yes, it's another week of what on earth is going on. It's like you wake up to something else. It's like the world has gone mad today. Like da da dum biddy doopy doo. Yes, so I don't know what's happening where you're from. Whoever you are, the three of you, I do know what's happening because that would be Britain, Canada and America, and these places are not going so well at the moment. I don't know. Maybe they are. Who knows? But just worrying signs on the horizon. Who can even say what will happen next week? Because nobody knows what's happening today. Like, what? But, you know, it carries on. It all carries on. Let's hope it carries on, because if it doesn't carry on, that's a worry. Because if it doesn't carry on, what's happened there? Anyway, good. I have put up a video about making coffee out of date seeds. I haven't made it yet. I haven't eaten enough dates, but I did put the video up. And I also put a video up about toothpaste tubes that nobody has watched. Although, strangely enough, it's had a very low viewership, but very high. The people that have watched it have watched most of it, which is interesting because I had a video that had about 1,400 people watching it and nobody watched more than 2 seconds of it. Yet I had one that only 24 people watched and they watched almost all of it. It's like, can't work out what the algorithm's doing here. It doesn't make any sense, does it? No, it doesn't. Exactly. Is it a rhetorical question? Well, I suppose so. Anyway, hello to you again. It's another week in paradise. Paradise. But is this paradise? Is it somewhere nice? Is it the bad place? I don't know anymore. Might be. I don't know the score. But but we will keep on going more. I think that's all we can do now. I don't know. It's all a bit of a mystery. Yes, other videos I've put up that I haven't put up here. I've had a bit of a rant this week about billionaires, or the Cookie Monsters, as I've put them in the to get around the algorithm things. Billionaires. I don't know whether that's a dirty word anymore. It probably is. Whether they've banned us from saying anything about them. I'm thinking it's all very radical, isn't it? This whole new world where you can't say anything about the people that are really messing it up quite badly, and you're just like, it's like, it's illegal to say anything bad about us. It's like, but there's nothing good that you can say, so well, that's a bit of a quandary, isn't it? That's a good word. A quandary. Don't you think, people in chat? A quandary, isn't it? Nobody in chat. Is anybody talking? I missed it. Nobody. Oh, sorry, my other phone is broken. Oh, good evening to you. Yes, good evening to all. Exactly. Good evening to all. Is it a good evening though? Yes. Yeah, so this week has mostly been, at least my voice is mostly back. That's a good thing, because last week it was still on the verge. And I don't know what's going on, going around. And it snowed yesterday, very briefly. And I thought, whoa, maybe we'll have it stick. And I can make a snowman or something and make a video about me making a snowman. Probably wouldn't have done that, actually, because I would have had to go in the back garden. And the back garden is where the cat tends to, because it's not our cat, and so it doesn't have a cat litter tray. You can see the problem. So I don't know whether that is the sort of snow that you'd want to make a snowman out of. Not really. So I probably wouldn't do that. But the opportunity might have been there if it had stuck, but it didn't stick. It was just, ooh, there's snow. Oh, that's very wet snow. It's gone. That's it. And I also tried planting some I was going to say avocados, artichokes, Jerusalem artichokes, and I don't have high hopes for those. Everyone's like, oh yeah, they grow anywhere, but I'm looking at them going, yeah, I don't think anything's going to come for that. But, maybe it will. Who knows? So that's something to look forward to, because we will need to be self-sustaining in the months to come. I'm thinking probably you have your little, because I've said this many a time. When I was a child, we lived in a house that had a walk-in pantry that was in the what had been the kitchen. The kitchen moved, but so then it was in the living room. You open it up and it was sort of quite deep, and it had shelves, and there was usually ironing that had been ironed but hadn't been put away in the corner. So it was a nice, comfy corner. You could sort of sink into the iron sheets that were still there, and then look around and have all on the side. So it was like a little bunker, really. I think it was a house from a period of time where they might have been. Before that, though, I think it was built like in 1904 or something. So maybe it was just a pantry. But it could have been used as something else. I don't know. So I really like doing that, because I'd be like, look at this. I've got all the cans of beans and sausages and things, and I can just live forever in here. Canned pineapples and mandarin orange. Oh, I'm set for life here. I'll be all right, because it was windowless as well, so it would have been perfect. I think it was around the time that When the Wind Blows was quite a thing. That ever so cheerful little animation. Are you all right, mom? I don't know what it was. Mother. I think he called her mother and she called him father or something, even though they were a married couple, an old married couple, and they were surviving the stuff. I didn't see Threads because I was quite a youngster at the time, so I didn't see that until a couple of months ago. But it was probably that in everyone's minds as well. And it is again. Let's be honest, I'm sort of regretting that we moved from that house, because that would have been really handy about now with the windowless room, and it would have been lovely, but it is not to be. Oh, and also there's a chance that we'll be struck by an asteroid in 2032 or something. Yes, yay, Snow. 2032. It's not going to be a dinosaur extinction effect. It's not an event that will be. It's not going to be that, but it's going to land in more or less the same part of the world, because there's a band where it might land. If it does land, it's a 2% chance, which is not nothing, but it's not that high. And if it lands in the sea, in the middle of the sea, one person say if it lands in the middle of the ocean, it'll probably work. If it lands in the sea, there'll be tsunamis. And then somebody said, oh, well, it'll be the Tunguska event. Is that Tunguska event? The one that just landed in a forest, and then nobody noticed it until years later. And like, look, what's happened to this forest? It's all burnt up and fallen. Buffering. Oh, well, that's the sort of thing that happens. Am I buffering or are you buffering? Probably not. If I come back, then you'll let me know. Because I look back at the last one, it was like my face disappeared as if it hadn't even been there, and then it started again. So Duolingo, yeah. What's Duolingo, did you say? What did you say about Duolingo? Duolingo until you return. Oh, okay. Go do Duolingo until I return. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just here. Am I back now, or are you back now? Was anyone away? And I won't know until I look back on this and my face, pixels, my pixelated face. Maybe that's what my face really looks like. So, what have we been doing this week? I've mostly been watching Severance and having theories about that. I made a video about that on somewhere else. And that, I didn't put it here, did I? Did I put it here, the video about Severance? Should I put it here? I don't know. Did I put it here? I don't know. Dissolvey. Yes, I'm very dissolvey. I'm a dissolvey person. Dissolvey. Yes, so have you been watching Severance? Have you got any theories? I don't want to spoil it for you, but I will spoil it for you. Are you a dissociated entity? Are you severed or are you complete? Do you have theories, or are you in the real world all together like Milchick, who's lovely, or is he sinister? You can't make up your mind. Is he genuine, or is he really, really bad? Is Miss Cobell really bad? Do you even know what I'm talking about? Probably not. If you haven't watched Severance, you should watch Severance. It's on Apple TV, and I'm not being paid for that. It's just where it is, and I've cancelled all the other ones. I've cancelled Netflix. I've cancelled Prime because it's on Amazon, and I don't think that's fine because that's one of the bad ones. But possibly so is Apple. But it's the one with Severance on, so I'm sticking with it. I was going to cancel it at the end of this week, and then I thought, no, I won't know what's going on. Although I don't know what's going on, but I'll just keep on watching until the end, which is in a couple of weeks. And then I'll go. That's the end of that. There's nothing else on Apple TV except for Mythic Quest, and to be honest, that's about techie people, and I'm sort of done with tech bros. Like Silicon Valley used to be really funny and satirical, and now it's a little bit close to home because that sort of person is ruining the world, ruining the world, ruining the world. So we should just probably watch Severance, which is all about dystopia, which is what we're in. So let's just live with that. Have you got theories for that? Probably not if you don't watch it. Did you watch it? I don't know. It's a bit alienating, isn't it, watching these things? But dystopia is the word du jour, the word of the moment, de moment, the word of the moment. dystopia. Hooray! How lucky we are to be living in interesting times. Oh ho! We'll go when it's all over, if we're still here. That was a rum do and no mistake. If we're in the 1930s and I'm a Cockney chappie. Oh, are you Cockney? Yes, I'm an Ealing comedy Cockney. Wow. Ealing comedies were more the 40s, weren't they? Anyway, 1930s with the whole. Hey, where's my jumper? I don't know what that is. Anyway, so yeah, nobody's talking to me. It's all I've only been talking for 15 minutes. It feels like I've been here forever. Very much like this month, like this year that's going on forever and ever and ever. I think why it's 16 minutes is it cut out and I came back. Am I even here? Are any of us here? Just imagine when I'm going and coming back, just imagine that I'm in severance and I'm severed. That's what it is. So so when you see me again, am I the same person? Ooh, I am here. Good. That's something good to know. I'm here. Here. I'm here. Here. Tried to be too clever there. That sounded a bit like Ghostbusters, isn't it? I am a ghost. Ha ha ha. Am I? Yes, probably. So, no news yet on when Doctor the Who is back. Who's the Doctor? The Doctor is who? Not probably until like September or October, which is too far away with this year that's going on forever. I think the first time it was on, was it 2005 when the series came back? It was on at Easter. And I know that it was on when the light was in the sky because I was living in a place in Muswell Hill that had skylights. We were in the attic and where it was an attic room and the skylights were right on the TV. So I could not see the TV because it was the daytime when it was on. So that's why I know it was the spring. That's how I remember. Spring, can't see the television. That's how you know it's spring. Anyway, so that was then. But is that going to be this year? Is that going to happen? Because it's 20 years since it's a 20-year anniversary. They should start it. 20 years since the new series to the year. So they should start it at Easter, which is probably, I don't know when Easter is. Is it around my birthday? Maybe it is. My birthday is April the 6th. The 6th of April, which is very significant, probably, in that it's my birthday. Yay. So there is no other significance to it. Probably not. I think the Mormons like April the 6th, don't they? Any Mormons out there? I think if there are any, probably they're not watching this. I don't know what Mormons like, but it's probably not me. Don't know. I just saw a video. Why are the Mormons in my mind? Oh yes, Mormons on my you were Mormon on my mind. You were Mormon on my mind. Because I just saw a video where some Mormons were asked. Do you know they wear special underwear called garments? And they were asked by this person, would they rather not wear their garments or commit arson? And about 80% of them said they would rather commit arson. And the very last person said, yes, she'd do that because it's a good excuse. It's a good excuse to do that sort of thing. And I think that's very much the wrong attitude. Really? And that's the attitude that's getting us in. I'm not blaming Mormons for this. It was not their fault. It's not them primarily that have got us into this situation. But it's that sort of attitude from people. Not, other people that have that sort of, yes, I will never do anything I will stick to this point, that arbitrary point that I've made, and everything else can go hang. I'll just do this one thing that I've decided is important for no good reason. Now, I'm sure if you're a Mormon, then your special underwear is very special to you. But really, is it more special than burning things down? not burning things down, I should say, because that was the very stark choice. And I don't know whether it was satire, but I don't think it was, is the thing. Because I saw another thing where some people with, there was a thing about Walter Masterson, is it what Masterson? Walter Masterson was asking people about immigration and saying, and it was about the people, and this, I've seen a lot of people do this thing over the years, but that the people are coming in and taking your jobs, but they're too lazy to work. It's like, and there was another thing about that's just an attitude about a whole group of people. This is getting political and a little bit horrible, isn't it? But that's true, that people really have attitudes that have no sense at all. They make no sense at all, but they stick to it, even though it contradicts itself and it makes no sense. And what are you talking about? Do you actually mean that? You can't possibly mean that. But yes, you do. You mean that. That's very strange. I don't want to diss anyone, but what are you thinking? You're having to play mental gymnastics. Can you play them? Schrodinger's immigrants, yes. Yes, they're both working and lazy. That's what people say about a lot of different people that they don't like. Ooh, they are feckless and they are taking everything and they are too lazy to do anything and they're doing all the things and they are getting in my way and they are not there when you need them and they never do what you ask for them and they do all the things that they shouldn't be doing. People are very strange. I don't think they've thought it through. But then that's what you get for voting wrong. I'm sorry, that's political. You voted wrong. Everyone's got an attitude. What? Actually, somebody, the thing about dates, right? This is completely changing the subject, but it's not. Because I put the video up about dates and somebody in my comment section, not here, somewhere else, said, I don't like dates. They're too sticky. And I don't understand how anyone can like them. It's like, that's nice. Why should I care about that? It's an opinion, isn't it? That's an opinion. And if you don't like something, that's quite subjective. I don't like something, therefore I don't understand why anyone should like it. And I will post it to the world for the world to know. It's like, nice. Why? Why am I interested in whether you don't like dates? It's like, oh, well, I said, oh, well, there's more dates for me then. But actually, what I meant to say was, why do I care about what your attitude to dates is? Can you not understand that other people have different opinions? Like, I mean, I care about other people's opinions, but I don't. Like, if you express an opinion out of the blue, then it's not up to me to go, you're wrong, if it's a subjective thing. If it's something that is quantifiable and that actually does some harm in the world and that I can say, hey, yeah, maybe, but to counter that, whatever. But if it's like, I don't like something and don't understand how anyone else can like it, therefore nobody should eat dates. That makes no sense, does it? It makes no sense. And a lot of people have got that attitude, that attitude. See, that wasn't me, that was the internet glitching, see? That wasn't me glitching. So a lot of people have got that attitude about a lot of different things at the moment. It makes no sense to me why just because you don't like something, you should prevent everyone else in the world from doing that thing. What is wrong with you? Is it hurting you that people are eating dates? No, it isn't. Therefore, let them eat dates. To slightly paraphrase, who wasn't Marie Antoinette? Marie Antoinette never said that. She never said, let them eat brioche. It was in a novel that was predated her by several decades. But regardless of that, she didn't say anything about dates. But if she had, maybe she meant, if she had said it, maybe she meant, it's up to them, isn't it? Oh, sorry. There was a red light going up and down there. Oh, it's gone now. That was weird. Alarm me. I thought it was a moth. It wasn't a moth. It was just a light. Ah, trick of the light. So yeah, if you like something, then it's not up to other people to tell you you're wrong that you like it if it's not harming them. It's like, I'm not making you eat these dates. I'm just saying that if you did eat these dates, there is something you can do with the stones that I didn't know about. And I still don't really know about, because I've only got somebody else's opinion. Well, I saw somebody do this and I thought, that's interesting. I like dates. I've got a lot of them. Maybe I should do this, but I haven't got round to it yet because I haven't got enough. So I'll let you know whether it is actually an advisable idea. Probably should have checked that before I said, hey, there's this idea. I'm not telling people to do it. I'm just saying I've heard that you can do it. Yet to be seen. QED, quod erat demonstrandum, I believe. Yet to be seen, yet to be demonstrated, and it will be demonstrated soon, but not yet. It's demonstrated as soon as I've demonstrated it. QED, it is a thing. It's got no caffeine in it, and it didn't look very appetizing, to be honest. And I prefer coffee. If I'm going to have a coffee substitute, then the best coffee substitute, I think, is more coffee. If you want to substitute something with something, substitute it with the exact same thing, if you can get it. But if you can't get it, ersatz coffee, I think it's in the you might have to do this, like in rationing after the Second World War and during the Second World War, people had to make do and mend and make things out of other things. It's like, whoa, we don't have any butter, we'll make it out of gasoline and wood. Oh, we don't have any gasoline and wood. Oh, we'll have to make the gasoline and wood out of bits of pig bone and gristle out of the end of a... And then they would make things. I saw a thing like from about that time about how to make a lovely fruitcake using potato peelings. All right then. What if you've got no potatoes? Apparently potatoes weren't rationed because you could grow them in your garden. So people would grow all the potatoes in the garden and they'd use all the bits of the potato. Ooh, and they'd make amazing things. And there was there was an actual agency, a government agency that was tasked with coming up with all these interesting recipes for leftovers. Basically, it's like, well, you can't afford a birthday cake. That's all right. A bit of carrot and swede will make it right. And you don't have a candle to put in it. That's all right. You can just make it out of your own hair and toenail clippings. That'll be delicious, won't it? So that's probably about the sort of level that you will get with the coffee made out of the stones from the date. But it's a thing to do, isn't it? It's all out there. It's all the mysteries of life. This has not been a very lively one. I'm sorry about this. I'm just like, I'm recovering from my cold, and I'm just a bit dazed and confused by this whole year so far. Alternative dates, yes. Yes. See, I didn't see that it's not popping up. And it's like people are commenting and I'm not seeing it. And I'm like, oh, somebody said something. Yes, Arrowfingal. Alternative dates. Very much like the whole of history at the moment. It's alternative history. I hope it is. Maybe we're in the alternate dimension and I just sort of go and I wake up and it'll all be different. And I'll be like one of those people in Severance. I'll be like, wow, that's all right. I'm here, and that was all somewhere else. Nothing to do with me. Anyway, so sorry to any Mormons and people that don't like dates that I've offended, and sorry to any billionaires, or as we're calling them now, cookie monsters. I'm the only person that's calling them that. Cookie monsters, because they eat all the cookies. And Sesame Street is apparently being cancelled, so that's very much on my mind. That's not right! Sesame Street's my childhood. Sesame Street, the one American import that's definitely worth saving. How do you get to Sesame Street? You don't! They've knocked it all down. They've replaced it with a parking lot, to misquote, yes, to misquote, I can't even remember anymore. Joni Mitchell, that's it, Joni Mitchell. I knew it would come to me if I plucked it out of the air. Poof. I was going to say Jodie Whittaker, very different person to Joni Mitchell. Anyway, they've paved paradise and put up a parking lot. That's a terrible shame, isn't it? Anyway, next week, maybe it'll all have been sorted out and it'll all be, it's very tempting to look at life like some sort of episodic TV series that all the bad and the good all sorts itself out and the good prevails and everything is great and everybody's happy. Hey. It's very tempting to think that way, but I think possibly we are in a depressing dystopia where the ending is the ending. So let's see. Never mind. So I hope I feel better soon too. Yes. So So may the week ahead for everyone. Thank you. Be great, and happy birthday to anyone that's celebrating birthdays today or in the days to come. The days are probably numbered, so get it in. Get your birthday in this week while it's still there, I would advise. And have a lovely cake made out of potato peelings and toenails, because that might be all that's there. All right then, see you next week and have a lovely one. Whatever happens, keep smiling, because that's all we can do, isn't it? Bye-bye.